We're at Pine Bluff Road near Rutherford Road, Greenville, South Carolina. Across the street from Gossett Concrete Pipe Company. I don't know the call sign of the train is approaching yet. Hopefully by the time he passes me and gets all the way past me, he'll be going through Worley and I'll hear him call his numbers out there. Those coal cars? I believe we've got a genuine coal train. Years ago, I used to live in Huntington, West Virginia, and I wasn't a real rail fan there, but I was certainly aware of the fact that from my high school on the west end of Huntington, Vincent High School, especially on the building, on the classrooms on the second floor facing out towards the football field, you could see trains going by, and usually that part of the country, a lot of it was coal trains. At that time, locomotives were the chassis system colors. Huntington being the original end of the Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad, and named for Collis P. Huntington. Yes, he was one of the big four that got the Transcontinental Railroad put through, but after that, he was brought into the Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad to get it completed from the Chesapeake Bay to the Ohio River. Well, it might not be all coal cars. There might be something else back here at the end of the train. But still, that's a pretty good number of coal cars anyway. Well, those orange cars, we'll see as they get closer what they are. I did hear some static hiss, so apparently the engineer probably did call out. I don't know, he's probably not to worry. I might have been something else I was hearing. Well, the first half of the train's solid coal, the back half of the train looks like mixed freight. I see the chutes on the bottom of these orange cars. Those look like the chutes for discharging ballast, so those are ballast placement cars. Yeah, it says for ballast loading only right on the side of the cars. Ballast being the railroad term for the gravel that they put beside the tracks. So you can see by having the chutes at the sides, then you're dropping the gravel right beside the tracks. Whereas on the coal cars, the chutes are underneath. Like it's designed to be used with a system where you pull over a hole that's between the tracks and drop the coal into the system that takes it up to like a grain elevator type system or coal tipple system, whatever. And now we get into the part of the train that looks like mixed freight. Box cars, covered hopper car, the 4 hopper variety, like so many from the plastics industry use. Some more box cars. So we got a train coming behind this one on track 2. You won't see much of it, but we got a meet for what it's worth. So I wonder if the train on track 1's going slow because maybe he's going to diverge. I caught the numbers on 2 of the locomotives. They were both in the 9000 series, so dash 9s. There might have only been 2 locomotives. It looks like a mixed freight. I think I earlier heard some calls in the Greenville yard, maybe, like a train was getting ready to pull out. It was 192, so I'm guessing that northbound train would be 192. Not a train I see a lot. I'm not even sure where 192 goes. I could have misheard it. If I did, I'll try to put something in the comments. Now here's a 4 hopper car that has a little bit different outlets on the bottom. So that might, I don't know if that's for a special plastics product or just a different kind of outlet, or if it's a different type of product whatsoever that would be loaded in. Then you got your 2 hopper covered hopper cars, which are generally used for heavier products. I'm thinking, one thing I've heard they're used for is fracking sand. Something that's got to transport, still needs to be dry, so it's got to be a covered hopper car. But at the same time, if you loaded a 4-compartment car up with it, it'd be too heavy. So they put it in 2-compartment cars. And I'm thinking probably a lot of the things that go in 2-compartment cars are things that are mined, rocks. But it would have to be rocks that you want to keep dry. Otherwise, you just put them in a Otherwise, you would just put them in the open car. Like go. All right, I heard 118 looked good. So apparently the northbound that I started to say was 192. It was 118. What I was saying about the train on track 1 being slow because he's going to diverge. In other words, 118 there is on track 2. This train that's going real slow on track 1 is probably getting onto track 2. Up at CP Worley where there's a crossover point, Control Point Worley. How nice of them to put those empty wood products hauling cars so we can see through to the other train. 118. And there's the end of 118. As the train I don't know the number of continues. Now look, there's a 4-hopper car, but it's got the type of discharge outlets that drop straight into a slot under the car. We open those up and they pour stuff out, and that's truly for like a grain elevator type situation. They're going to take lima beans or something out of the cars. But who knows what else they move in cars like that. I'm still learning all the time about these things. I'm kind of new to this compared to some people. Well, they just said in my ear what train that was. And I wasn't paying attention. I think he said 119. So is 118 and 119 passing each other? That would explain why the crews were ribbing each other. They travel the same route. They probably know each other pretty well. There was a little bit of radio chatter. After they told 118 they looked good. And the reason you're not hearing the radio chatter in the videos is my speaker is broken on my radio. So all I can do is plug in a headphone, and had to get an adapter to be able to do that because it's a tiny jack. Well, after this video ends and I stop the video, I will stand here for a few minutes and see if I hear him call out his train number at Worley so I can confirm that this is 119. If he says something else, I'll put it in the notes of the video. It'd be nice to think I got 118 and 119 meeting.